golden rubbers in these denim pockets. On my waist there's a black block. New girl moved on the block. She been plotting on my. Last night I slept over hers. I overheard. A sword sliced the air. I pulled out the nana, rolled off the bed and shot back. Pop out, blood on the sheets. Probably spilled
That stupid hoe. What you want? You want to see me? Want to see me, hoe?
Yeah.
You want to see me? What you want to do? Huh?
4-second segments of his call because it was one of those morons, subhumans.
I don't know who you are or what your purposes of calling. I'm sitting with my family watching television, and you call up here with all this nonsense.
Joseph Spindledoodle, JOSEPHSPINDOODLE.
You're one of the most well-known that keep coming in every stream after you get banned thousands of times to suck my virtual every stream.
You're gonna have a fucking house, and instead of educating yourself.
Okay, so this video is basically my 1,000 subscribers special. The title's just a joke, you know, my good prank. I will be reading some criticism from my comment sections today. I wanted to do a Q&A thing, but this seems better because I only got 2 responses, and they're both brain rot. Going to kill myself tomorrow. I could be reading those. Yeah, so that's basically what this video is. I'll be going over most of the channel's history and read some criticism and cover other stuff. You can watch if you want. I'll still put like effort into this, even though it's not a big video. I probably won't do YouTube for long. I've had this channel for over 10 years now, and when you reach a certain age, you kind of understand like what you're doing, what you want to do. So I'm kind of just at that point right now, but I'm also like at the age where I need to get a job and finish school. So I'm not sure how long this YouTube thing is gonna last. I work in the film industry as my career, so this channel might help me with that, but I don't know what my employers will think of my prank calls to sex offenders and Nazis. School is also starting soon in like a week. That's another thing. I create these huge videos and put like a ton of effort into them, so I'm unsure if I'll have time to make more content while having a job and doing school. I can try to keep up, but you know, I'm beginning to earn money, but you know, like 50 cents. If I start to actually earn like good money and maintain like a consistent upload schedule, I might be able to continue, but that's kind of unrealistic. You'll find timestamps in the description for this video, so you can choose to watch specific parts if you want. I'm just basically reviewing the channel's history and addressing criticism in the comments, really. That's the whole point of the video. Still appreciate it if you watch it. This is my first video. It's public.
I'm going to show you a tool.
Just a Minecraft video of me showing off my house. I used to make gaming videos. I'll just film my TV. That's how most of old YouTube.
Yeah, guys, look. Yeah, look, guys, look.
This was the best at my time. This is a good house though, dude. Remember, it took me, I don't know how long it took me. I feel like it was, I can't remember if it was rather a week or like a month. Look at the top of this, nice. I used to scream a lot like that. It's good I got out the Minecraft community. I would have ended badly if I was still doing it today. We can go to my actual first video. All my old videos were mostly private. So this was my first video. The channel just started out as like, I'm not gonna play most of this. It just started out as like lip syncing to songs, and the little band name was DPL because it's just me and my sister's initials. Singing and dancing. I read like 5 of those, and these are gaming videos. This was on like PS3.
Am I filming? Yes. 500. I
feel like my grandma might have been filming this.
There's only one away. Oh, nice hill. probably wondering nice glasses and nice hat. Well,
This was on a laptop. Yeah, a touchscreen laptop, pretty sure. I had a Roblox series later. We'll get into it a little bit. So I had these like, I don't know, you know, it's just kids being imaginative. I had like a little superhero I remember called Gunman, because, you know, guns are cool. And then this was my dog. My channel was really just like an archive channel for me. I wanted to just like archive stuff. I'm glad I did, because that's my old room. That looked completely different from when I left that house. Yeah, but this dog was getting old, you know, when I knew that, so.
she's flipping.
It's a poodle, by the way. It doesn't look like that. You can't even see it. So this is 2017. I'm betting I was still in elementary school. I've been like 9. I've been 8 or 9. This is when I first started to get into editing, and it really wasn't editing, but I knew how to mess with the camera, so I could do like cool tricks. See, film my vacations. That was another thing. And you know, I kind of actually want to get views, so when you're young, you kind of start just doing like anything. Start doing challenges. You know, you're a kid, so you start filming like. I remember flipping out over this. Like I was on Roblox. I just looked. I saw Sketch was online. I started flipping out. This kind of shows off my archive. I was showing off my Halloween costume. I was supposed to be Dennis Daly. Freaking Roblox dude. Pretty sure I stopped watching him right after freaking Halloween. So this is when my channel, I had like a little squad. We're called Big D Gaming Squad. And it was me. I was Big D. That's where the Big D comes from. Which the D is just my first initial. And my sister was Big P. That's her first initial. And Austin was my neighbor. His name was just Austin. And my other buddy was ETA. I think this is the first video where he's here, and he had a channel. It was like his dad's channel. I would shout it out. The ATM merch. Yeah, we're basically just called Jake Paul. This is like my mom's phone. I was filming it on an iPad. Get away from the camera, kid. When I was young, I had like no internet restriction, you know what I mean? So I was watching like Dennis Daly and Dan TDM, and then going to watch iDubbbz and Filthy Frank, because they were around that time too. And then I had a whole elf series. We just get up in school in the morning. I would film our elves. I had a really big thing for filming. I still like this video. This was me and Austin. I just went in my backyard. I was filming the snow. This was 2018. It's never snowed like this again. Like, look at that, dude. Remember in this, Austin would never film because he was the worst filmer. When you film, you look through the camera, and I don't know how I even knew that at that time, but that's how I filmed. And he wouldn't, so the camera would always be facing down. There's more like challenge stuff. Another mini series I had was like bathtub challenges. I would do the ice bath challenge. That's what got like a ton of views. But I was doing like, this is like the stupidest one just for views. Smelly gummy bear pencil topper bathtub challenge. And it was like, I don't know, 3 of them. And this one I just stuck my dog in the bath. Or we'd have like fight videos. It was just like me and Austin and ETA wrestling. And then this was my 20 sub special. And the reason this exists is my friend threatened to unsubscribe if I didn't make it. And this was another archive purpose one. And my dog was getting older. And I don't know, man, because that's like 6 years. I was 9 or 10. I mean, I'm glad I archived most of this. And then we had a fort series. This is my first fort. Okay, I thought another video was my first fort. So this is what the fort looks like. That's the ones my dad made for us. That's my Nana's dog. He wasn't getting older at this point. Me and him had the same birthday. Passed away, I think, a few years ago. Dang, bro, get the camera out of that boy's face. 2018. So he was around then. He did live kind of long. Holy, I forget what my channel was. It was like a mix of actual views and archive stuff and gaming. The Dgaming Great Wolf Lodge. I used to love that as a kid. I still go. I'm in high school and I still go to Great Wolf Lodge for like me and my buddies. You know, all the Great Wolf Lodge rooms like look the same. Like they're modeled basically the same. And I was like convinced that my room was the one they played in the commercial. I'm just sitting there watching the TV waiting and then going off to show the room. This was my first copyright strike. There's this thing called Night Squad on Nickelodeon. And this was the first episode of Dab. I was like watching those Elmo Dab compilation stuff. You know, you gotta have an intro for your channel. I mean, I didn't have like editing softwares and stuff, so with what I had, I would say pretty good. Nice finger. I knew what I was doing. I bought that shirt. I owned actually this shirt and wore it to school. Like on the elementary schoolers. It's like broken. The logo's broken. And it's of a Nintendo Switch control, so it's freaking... What's that? I did not make no mom shirt, huh? Tornado, yeah, when there was tornadoes and stuff, as a kid, you're like, look how cool I look. And run out on the tornado. I have a hurricane one, I remember. Oh yeah, we had a little trick shot compilation. These are one of the videos I think back on, like the ones I remember. As we had, there's a little paper cutout of freaking, how do you say it? Ugandan or Ugandan? I think I spelled it wrong. And we just had a Nerf gun and we were shooting it. This is when I started screen recording. It was on my phone though. I started making actual, I guess.
That's definitely Sheila.
Quality. But you know, getting further and further. And I used to film holidays all the time. This is really uninteresting, by the way. I forgot about these dudes, bro. I freaking hated these things, honestly. They're mad annoying, bro, to take care of. I forgot I had them. That one was mine. His name was Steve, and his name was Peter Pan. My sister's was this one, so she named it. She was super little, and I named that one. I had a little Fortnite. I would just like clip Fortnite. This was a skit that me and Austin made. I was thinking about this earlier, how I did this to my buddy from school, and he had a YouTube channel, but it wasn't like a serious thing. I was just messing around on it. I included it, and I still don't know why. This was an actual skit that me and Austin made. We can buy that boy. So this wasn't a copyright strike, it was an actual like strike. This is my first one as a warning. I stuck a sparkler in my mouth and I said it was child endangerment. I think I did like 5 appeals, tell them it's okay. That was like not real. We used to make music, dude. You can tell what the internet does to a kid, you know what I mean? Like all these YouTubers making music and you want to do that.
Yes, like the Bifter, I'm gonna your little sister.
One was PewDiePie, you know, lasagna. Oh my god, bro. A biscuit lasagna. These songs were great. Playing on the trampoline, gone wrong, warning scary. And then here, I went to a camp and I was like, I don't know, a lot of kids were older. And I remember it was like a really old guy teaching it. Remember, you had to pay for this. Like, look how big of a scam this dude was scamming these freaking parents for the kids to go here. Look at this animation. Number one, all this like noise. It's a pre-made animation. All you do is freaking put in your own character you made. Choose like the mob you want. I remember this, I was basically, dude, this dude was I like listened the whole time, the whole camp, and there was these like older kids in the front who would goof off, and like they would like not pay attention, right? And so like he was always yelling at them and stuff. They didn't care. Like their animation was trash and they were just joking around. They were actually having fun. And I was like paying attention, making the animation, and I missed like one step. And I asked the dude, I said, hold on, can you help me do this? And he was like, hell no. And I was like, what the hell, man? And I had to go home early because I freaking made me so sad. I went home early. I don't know what his problem was. I mean, he was a grumpy old man teaching Minecraft animation to a bunch of kids. And we had this, okay, here we go. I still have this thing. This is like a roadie toy. It was, oh, this is ETA. There's ETA appearance. We had this roadie thing, like a little roadie horse toy. It was called Nene, and that was like our mascot, basically. And we would just destroy it. God. Okay, this was a huge series. Guava juice boxes. The freaking guava juice YouTuber, he fell off so hard. But yeah, these little guava juice boxes, and we would buy them and unbox them, and that was a huge series. I blew, my god, bro, I blew so much money on Fortnite, and they're archiving. That's my dog. He's my new dog. Like, he's in this freaking room, bro. He's like making a bunch of weird noises. Gang member. Look at the freaking thing, man. The fuck? Okay, this was like the first overnight fort challenge. Game on. This was probably the last fort we made. This was like the last fort we actually made. I can't remember if we slept in or not. I think we did, but it was like trash to sleep in. I had no room. It was me and ETA, and we only had like this one bed. We were literally like rammed together. This was another, you can tell, like YouTube thing. All my life. Me exposed my whole life, like how I'm doing right now. That was funny. I just didn't remember back there.
With the COVID, excuse me, with...
Oh, this was a wrestling thing. It has gone wrong because Austin stubbed his toe. That's not even a joke. And then I was filming live events and stuff. I was getting some views, bro. This was a custom controller that I made, and it's actually sick. Hold up. You can make custom controllers for Xbox. I barely touched my Xbox, bro. It's the colors of my channel. It's a big D on the bottom. The controller, it lasted a while, but it ended up breaking. There's another video like, just have this bat, I'll roll it to him. That's good audio matching, like not delayed at all. And is this when I started making thumbnails? Like around here, I started making thumbnails. This is when I first started using like an editor. Rewanting the watermark at the bottom and like mobile, making like dumb memes. There's an iPad challenge too. That's what would get views, like 1,000. Dude, this video has no effort, bro, and it got this much views. Hydro dipping, that was a huge thing. These were cool though. I still own all this stuff. When was this? Was this 2019? Dang, bro. Put water, and then you would put spray paint. So I, you know, did the big Dgaming colors again. And you take the skeleton, you dip them. You see a little design in the water. Yeah, that's what it looked like. Yeah, the hydro dip wasn't good, so we put this on them. And it came out better. Yeah, look at that. That's way better. I still have that thing. Hydro dipped a pumpkin. This thing rotted though. The freaking paint rotted it. This one was better. Like, look at that. I know what I was doing with the colors. I remember like all these videos really. Hydro dipping series was cool. I have no idea where half this stuff went. That's cool, dude. It was just kids having fun, man. This was my actual Roblox series. It was me and my buddy, Dgaming, and we were play Roblox with each other. This is when, like, my actual, I guess, good quality. These are 2 games I was promoting. I'm in on Roblox. I was making Roblox games too. Yeah, but this was filmed on an old laptop, and it couldn't even run it.
I just died.
You know, how old is this? 4 years. 2020. So after this video, I got a new laptop, and it's still the same laptop I used. Lasted a while, right? So this is the first video I upload that's edited, but the stories behind this video were basically the Matt had edited this video for me.
Me and the Matt will be playing summer camp.
Yeah, so he edited this video for me. I was like, can you edit this FNAF video for me? He was like, sure. And it was like weeks later, I'm like, so how's it going with the FNAF video? And he's like, I haven't even started. I was like, okay, I'll just do it. So this was my first actual edit. Well, on the current one I'm using now, I think I still have the same headphone. These headphones are falling apart, dude. It's actually so bad. It's 2020, right? It's like 4 years. Yeah, this was the first prank call video I ever did. Besides those one. Those ones I'm like calling freaking, I was looking up online, James Charles number. This one, I'm not gonna play this. Oh, it was so bad. It was so trash. We were calling scammers, right? I called probably like 100 numbers, hundreds of numbers, and I put in the ones that responded. But the thing was, I was getting like scammers for like QuickBook, and I was thinking like they were Microsoft, so I'm saying the completely wrong stuff. I felt young, so I've improved. I still like some of these videos. All the videos I mean, they're still cringe, but the ones I'm okay with, I left up because they're creative. Yeah, I used to do a lot of camo skin trolling. This is one of the better Ice Bath challenge. Oh hell no, we're not watching that. This is when I started using soundboard. I was improving more on my kind of pranking. It's cool, you can see like a gradual. I was doing tons of speedruns. This one's funny, I get scared in the first few seconds.
What's the temperature?
Funny. Okay, these were, this is when Among Us got hacked. I found a dude's Twitter claiming to be him. I interviewed him. I asked like 3 questions. I used to try to rickroll places, did unboxings. Dude, I tried to put this disc in my original Xbox. God, dude, this game was like $60, and the disc was scratched. Like I tried to put it in like this type of Xbox. As I did the control, that thing freaking, see all the paint wearing off. Yeah, I did end up getting an original Xbox. I did play the game, but I could have just played it on PC. I didn't know that though. This video is super interesting. So look, I was on like TikTok and I saw a video that was talking about this canceled Hubba Bubba soda. The dude like made it, and all he did was put like sparkling water and put snow cone, bubblegum snow cone stuff in it. So me and ETA recreated it.
Oh my gosh, Dylan, stop! You need to smell this right.
Bro, shock. Oh, what's it called? What's the video called? Dude, this was crazy. So this video, 2020, probably found this like 2 years later. So ETA, one of his friends from school, just randomly texted him this video and was like, yo, what is this? Let me try to find it. The video's really old. It had like a South Park PFP. It might be this guy. It is this guy. It is this guy. It is this guy. Yeah, it's him. It's him. It's him. It's him. It's him. It's him. Okay, this one. It has to be this one. So 2 years ago, 2022. But he found it right around that. Say hubba bubba, hubba bubba, hubba bubba. Here it is, here it is, here it is, here it is, here it is. Oh, here it
Accurately
is.
tell you, because this item was so quickly removed from shelves. There is 0 reports I could find on its taste, except for one source.
Dude, he's got the old freaking channel. Oh my gosh, 211. Oh my gosh. It's got 1 million views. Oh my gosh. Oh, I don't know if I can watch this.
On YouTube, I found these 2 brave lads willing to recreate and taste the soda. Snow cone syrup and all. Let's see their reactions to it.
Source Big D Gaming.
Come on, it smells so bad.
You sound British, bro. It smells so bad, mate.
That's not a good start. What about the taste, fellas?
It's kind of...
Okay, it's very clear they weren't blown away. When 2 young boys toss out your sugary soda without ever drinking it, well, you know you're botched up pretty bad. But props to you for being pioneers, boys. As far as I can see, you 2 are the only people on YouTube to ever taste test this soda. I appreciate you helping us know.
That's crazy. Oh my gosh, man. My first DS video. I had a series. I kind of liked this series. It was a good series, but it didn't take off. I was playing like I would play weird ports and adaptions of video games, and it was mostly DS. I had one PS2 one on a Fight Club, but this was my first kind of like hit piece. There's this dude named Mazo. It was just some kid like trying to make a quick buck, really. Like, it wasn't like really like a serious YouTuber. You know, it was freaking. Yeah. Oh, but what he would do, it'd be like a live stream of those fake Fortnite events. Like, this wasn't a real Fortnite event. It was like him and his friend freaking out. And it was just like a looped live stream and all this stuff like donate to join, spam in the chat, do all of this, and you're getting in my game. And then like Nexus gets 1,000 V-Bucks for free. He would show cards on the stream and they were all scratched. Yeah, here we go. Yeah. We show cards on the stream, he probably redeemed them. Oh, here's another one. This was me and Demet. Oh, we were messing around on Habbo or Dwayne The Rock, and we were on stage singing. Soldier Boy, bro. I knew he was on, right? But I wasn't paying attention to him at all until like a ton of people got in. They started saying like, "Young Soldier Boy, Soldier Boy." So I went and checked his stream. He says when you get the f off the stage. That was kind of funny. Yeah, see all these people come in and start, and Soldier Boy's here.
Is Soldier Boy in this? I think Soldier Boy joined this.
This was a Zoom bombing. You can tell I was kind of in like a prank type thing. I would do Zoom bombings. I basically went on Twitter. I tweeted it twice. I said it was my birthday. And the next one it was at night. It was like I don't know what time it was. I'm pretty sure it was night. I was like, yo, my teacher's so angry. Join. When people join. Oh yeah.
Happy birthday, you fat.
Thank you.
Whoa!
Enjoy it, bro.
Happy birthday, mother. Happy birthday, you fat piece of...
Dude, Zoomtron was so good. Dude, so much YouTubers queued it off though. Hold up. Like, it just started getting milked. Like, it was really funny. Yeah, freaking, it's not that funny, dude. All I do is play clips. I guess I do the same, but it's really repetitive. Like, it's all I do. This is my last Roblox video with the Matt. This is my last video with the Matt. My last, like, PS2 DS game series video. And yes, this is where we are now. Basically, I would consider all of that, like, I don't know. I'll say these 4 is where the channel really started. All right.
You need to work on your speaking voice. You mumble way too much. Your voice is also completely monotone and sounds completely careless. Last but not least, when reading text, you don't pause at all when encountering periods or commas, so multiple paragraphs sound like one continuous sentence. I couldn't even finish the video. Too annoying to even listen to.
So this was like the only mean comment I got on this video, and it had genuine criticism, but like the final sentence was just, you know, him being a big meanie. So this was my first narrative style video. I had one other video with narrative type elements. That was my manhunt video, and that one I just like gave background in the intro of the game, the controversy.
This definitely takes the cake as probably the most violent thing I've played.
Bro, what is it?
And so it wasn't really that good, and the rest were just me playing the game.
Look, run. Oh. How did you see?
I do want a monotone narrative though because of the topics and subjects I talk about, you know? I don't want like that YouTube faked accents going on with like, hey guys, so this dude just shot all these people. The fuck? So that's kind of why I use a monotone voice, but I also just have a monotone voice in general while I talk.
Hey, quick suggestion. Lower the music a bit. It's too loud, emo.
So I had a huge issue like with the music and getting audio levels figured out. I fixed that in the ethnic cleansing video. I kind of just figured out you have to make the audio like just really low or the music really low. I think the music is probably like the biggest challenge with editing and like especially finding the right type of music that fits the video. So far people really like the music I choose. I got a lot of positive feedback on the ethnic cleansing video for the Manhunt music I use. That's all good. But I usually always have like an issue with the audio levels while editing. Some reason. So I didn't get a lot of these, but some people do leave long schizo paragraphs, especially in the ethnic cleansing video, like the edgelords. My whole comment section was spammed with cope. I mean, they have something to do with the video. They're just like, you know, they're huge rants.
Was gonna watch more of this, but my god, I can't stand the TTS.
So I mentioned in the video why I use text-to-speech for it. It got heavily lost in translation though. So it took me around 6 months to make the video, and I tried to wrap it up, and I ended up getting sick for 2 weeks. So my narrative voice was already like bad. I was already getting criticism for it. So I just decided to use text-to-speech to finish with the video, to wrap it all up. The script was also like very cringy to read, and the material from the script was very hard to read. So I censor a lot of just like stuff that shouldn't be censored, like Japanese names, because like when you're talking about it, like very weebish, like very hard to listen to.
You know, you really shouldn't mess with anime nerds.
My name is not important.
I did try to be creative, used Yanade's voice for some of the stuff he written, because he said some very nasty things, and I don't want my voice saying that. I did use my voice in the video, my real one, for commentary, and I kind of still use TTS in my voice in the video because I wanted to be able to clearly distinguish me giving the narrative and me giving my like own opinion, and I kind of used the Yonder Simulator gameplay for the narrative and also Bully gameplay for like my opinion. It also helps separate that. I end up using a lot of Bully gameplay in my videos because it's a really good game. No one seems to use it as commentary gameplay. Usually it's like newer games.
Honest, creative opinion, your editing style is on point. However, the commentary itself lacks emotional tone and personality. I would highly recommend developing a unique voice that really enhances the vibe you're aiming for in your content creation journey. Best of luck.
So similar to the Eric Harris Doom comment, I want to keep like a monotone voice when talking about this kind of stuff rather than like a forceful YouTuber. Hey guys, this dude is actually a sex offender. Like and subscribe if you agree. But that was another reason I used text-to-speech, because the text-to-speech kind of gave me more emotion, made me sound like more emotional without sounding like over dramatic really. But this guy got into an argument with someone in the comment section and he deleted his stuff. He just looks kind of schizo. The reply section was cancer and I got ratioed at home.
Great video concept and editing. You clearly have amazing potential as a YouTuber. The text-to-speech voice is going to push away a lot of viewers. My understanding is you are insecure. About your voice, I'm sorry people were leaving nasty comments that made you cry. Sometimes people can be so awful. I know it's easier said than done, but you need to try to not let that stuff bother you. The more people that watch your vids, the more nasty comments you are going to see. These are typically people who hate their own lives or are jealous, and they take it out on other people. There is really nothing wrong with your voice. In my opinion, your enunciation is good. All you need to do is talk a little bit slower. It can be really helpful to read a script out loud 3 to 4 times before you start recording the vocal portion of the video. Obviously, I don't know what your workflow looks like when you make your videos, but that's something pretty much anybody can benefit from if they aren't doing it already. Stay positive. Remember that you are talented. I subscribed and I'll be looking out for your videos.
So I used to highlight whenever I would get like hate comments because I was a really small channel. I got barely any views, so when I got a hate comment I just thought it was funny and I would usually clown them in the next video.
I want to grab it.
Hey
Hello guys, welcome to my Minecraft Let's Play.
So the video before this one was the Eric Harris video, and I put that guy's comment who said I was annoying to listen to in my Yonder Dev video to like make a joke out of it. I said the reason I was using text-to-speech is because that guy said my voice was annoying, so I cried over it. But right after I said I'm actually sick, and that's why. It's obvious you're gonna notice very on that my voice doesn't sound exactly human, because I got a really mean hate comment and it made me cry for a couple of hours. So no, but I've been sick for 2 weeks, and this is literally like first day I've been better. And also this one guy's right, I'm not meant to be reading anything. That got really mistranslated, and people were actually believing I was crying over that comment. This dude was very kind, so thank you for the comment, my brother. The one thing I wasn't expecting was like receiving these very nice criticism comments. I was expecting them to be like more mean. I think it's just because Yonder Simulator's audience is mostly women, so most of the people who left these comments probably women. I guess that explains why they're much nicer than the ones I received on ethnic cleansing.
I made some comments about the TTS. Nothing hateful, thankfully, without knowing you had your personal reasons to use it. I'm really sorry. As I said before, the video is great as whole. The information, the communication, the editing. It'll definitely check your other stuff. Sorry once again.
So I don't really know what this guy's talking about. The only thing I said that might have led to like this misunderstanding is that I said I shouldn't be reading stuff. Like I'm not fit to be reading like scripts and talking. That was another like reason I used text-to-speech that I gave. So this is very easy to spot my ethnic cleansing video, but the real reason is really have an issue with like misreading things and a huge problem with mispronouncing words correctly. No one mentioned it in this video, but I'm pretty sure it's Yandere Dev, not Yonder Dev. But I knew that, I just didn't want to pronounce that cringe.
TSO.
To be totally honest, I have zero idea what this means, but it does remind me of like one of the big reasons the Yonder Dev video took so long is because while I was making it, it's just like more and more new info kept coming out, and I kept having to add that and add that. It ended up just making it so much longer, which I ended up just putting text over a section, and I was like, it was like the victim statement. I was like, the victim statement has been altered, so like keep that in mind when you hear this.
Just leave him alone, for God's sake.
So I have zero idea what this guy's deal was, but then I looked at their channel and figured out pretty quickly. Why can't I click on your channel? There we go. Homophobic rant, very controversial topic.
Hi, so I'm not sure if this will record, but if it does, I need to post this because I just need to say that people keep hating gay people for no reason. And if you hate people, hate gay people, fuck you. What is your thought process? What did they do to you? Why do you hate people for no reason? And I know I'm probably gonna get banned from posting videos for a while by saying this, but I don't care. If you're a homophobe, you're no different than a Nazi. Just plain bad people. Give me a reason to hate them. They're not shoving it down your throat. They're
shoving stuff down your throat. Dude, you gotta look outside, brother. That's a huge thing that gets shoved down people's throat. And next to that, religion is also, and also watch this. Politician, quick editor's note. The reason homosexuality is often shoved down people's throats isn't actually due to the LGBTQ plus community. It's more of capitalism and big corporations taking advantage of Pride Month for its own gain. If you've noticed, this is starting to happen with Juneteenth as well. Businesses don't generally care about Pride Month or the causes they claim to support. They just see it as a way for profit. And that's why you see pride parades everywhere and commercials filled with pride themes. It's really just big corporations trying to sell products under the appearance of supporting pride. It's just really all for money. But that's my take on how capitalism plays into it. But you know, if you see a pride flag at someone's bio, they might just be giving you a heads up, man.
That they don't need, that it's not celebration if they're forced to, and that why are we forced to? Well, you don't care that we're forced to celebrate Remembrance Day.
Veterans and that are like two different things. So I don't think I have to explain that veterans went through a whole war for you. I mean, yeah, gay people are like a minority group. There's a huge difference between those people.
Ooh, well, actually, June is Squirrel Testicle Appreciation in Mozambique month. No, it isn't. It's Pride Month, and that's what it's gonna be.
What are you talking about, brother? What the hell is that? Like, I agree with, like, I don't understand why people haven't, like, really an issue with gay people. But when you make this type of freaking videos, you start giving them a reason. So they basically say, since the statement from the victim, which YonderDev altered and changed, claimed it was someone else's fault and not YonderDev's. So that means nothing is wrong with YonderDev. This dude is probably the most gullible person, and from what I just seen, probably mentally ill. They ignored every other thing that YonderDev did, all the 100 others. So this one case, this one scenario proves his innocence. I actually did see some stuff about the victim after that video, but I never really looked into it because I felt like it was still a jumbled mess.
Equality 2 is a social construct. Also no, tabula rasa is not correct. If it were all purely a social construct, there would have been no reason to create those social roles in the first place, because fine enough video otherwise. Didn't ask for the opinions or attempts at comedy in my education video though.
I didn't ask for a schizo rant in my comment section. F off, kid. Guy really owned me with his last sentence. Dude, you put comedy in educational video now, man. So the reason that I insert my own views in comedy style in these videos is that it makes me stand out, basically. This era of YouTube is very unoriginal, especially with video essays. People do them because it's a formula for success, and that's why I started doing them. But with so many like similar videos out there, why should you watch my video instead of someone else's? So I just use comedy and opinion, kind of give a reason to watch my videos instead of someone else's. That's why I include prank calling like neo-Nazis, because no one's really done that in a video essay. And also, like, without that, it doesn't give people a reason to kind of watch the other videos I make. Also, I'm not reading your schizo rant. Get that shit out of my comment section.
Never diss South Park again, buddy. Consider yourself marked by the South Park Resistance Front.
Yeah, I know this guy's just joking, but I do want to address like the reason that I dislike South Park. So South Park can be funny at times, like the actual show, but my issue is really the fan base.
Stay away from my man, or I'll whoop your son back to last year.
Stop jacking off the cartoon characters. You know what you guys are beating your meat to? You're beating your meat to illustrations, colored illustrations.
Don't worry, babe.
What the f is wrong with you guys?
When you can stereotype a fan group, not very good. There's a big problem. This age of unoriginality, they lead to these reboots and continuations of these old shows or cartoons just because people are too afraid to try something new. You know, the successful show is bound to remain successful. When I think of South Park, I feel like it just attracts an audience of middle schoolers that don't even like have to think it's funny. They just hear something edgy and they start busting everywhere. And like these are the same type of fandoms that ruins movies and shows. Probably my favorite films are Fight Club, Taxi Driver, Falling Down, and now there's like this trend of calling these movies Sigma male content. Like if you like these movies, there's a chance that you get thrown into a stereotype of being an edgy kid who's a Sigma male. But that's really just like what I meant with the South Park slander.
Your prank calls were unfunny. You really wanted to milk the time for the video, huh?
Found Hal Turner's alt account.
At BigGaming_no. This game is merely a nothing burger and you milk the time because you think you deserve money for this. You just quoted the low tier god meme to a random dude. Come on man, you can do better than that.
Bro, I had like 300 subscribers. I just do this stuff because I enjoy it. It'll most likely never get paid. I thought it was an interesting topic no one covered and most people enjoyed it. I don't milk it, I just talk what I want to talk about and make what I want to make.
At BigGaming_, so you want to make unfunny content? I can take you under my wing and you will be the #1 funniest guy. I could have made this video way better.
This was one of the meaner criticisms, but I dislike this comment a lot because this guy is very unlikable. I know I can improve my comedy. I'm very new to making these type of videos and I'm still looking to improve a lot. But, you know, at the end of the day, I'm receiving tons of comments saying the video was hilarious and very few saying otherwise. So to me, that just feels like it's a matter of opinion rather than criticism. He also criticized the duration of the video, saying that I made it longer purposely for the money. I never expected for this video to do so well. I'm very thankful that it did though. I had a lot of doubts about it, but seems it did extremely well. So I had like 300 subscribers at the time, and so I obviously wasn't expecting to make any money from it. I did actually get rich from the video. I got $1.78. I still don't know, but I feel like this is rage bait. His reply was very, very big on the ego status, telling me he'd take me under his wing and make me the funniest guy ever. I don't know what he thought I was going to answer, was just be like, yes, please. An idiot.
Mr. Beast is getting canceled for his newest video.
Hey guys, Mr. Beast here coming at you from the Hyperborean No Zone, and today we're going to be looks-maxing 1,000 incel freaks into Aryan beasts. Here we go.
Holy f***ing the son of a bitch actually did it. Our race is saved.
Guess the crime from the mugshot. Part 20. Comment how many you got right below.
Brain rot. This is worse than what I make.
Bro, politically, it's politically. They didn't even misspell it, and goyim does not mean genital, it means Gentile, as in non-Jewish. Also as a slang for cattle. Jews as literal cattle, that's where the word came from. You need to learn how to read yourself before you make these.
Alright, so there were like hundreds of comments discussing my misreads and mispronunciations. I don't have like a formal diagnosis or anything, and I usually don't bring this up because I don't want to be one of those people who self-diagnose. That's a thing I think everyone can agree on is like the most stupid shit ever. You know, I hate how like autism has become this quirky thing. When someone has like a weird interest, they joke about it being like,
oh, that's my autism, ha 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 ha.
Like, all right, man, you can joke about that, but you know, just how I said in the video, stop with all this corny shit. I thought that was like an insult. You know, you call someone schizo, you call someone autistic. That's a kind of an insult.
This is the result of my autistic son, Andrew, who went into a rage.
You're just being quirky, bro. What are you talking about? Basically, I have like a really serious speech and pronunciation issue. I went to speech therapy when I was very young, primarily for my R sounds, like I pronounce my R's correctly. I don't remember too much from it. I was mainly in elementary school, so it didn't really last that long. I think it was a few years, and it's about going into middle school. You know, it's just not in the video either. I still mess up words in real life, and I rarely get corrected. Usually just laughed at, really.
Pick me spotted. Leave your sob story for someone else. Say goodbye, cracker.
I should have taken 10 to 20 minutes to read the ethnic cleansing script, so it just turned into multiple hours because of all the stuttering and mispronunciations, and just I had to redo like half the script because of still messing up. So I wasn't really surprised that like a bunch of mistakes made it through. I don't know, here's a few more people flipping out over it. This dude was really mad about it. He said the Lord's name in vain over it. I don't know why people get really upset about it. I only think it was like 3 words. I just started doing it on purpose to make people like this mad.
GTA 3 Onwards hands down did more cultural damage than any other games in recent history, but we don't talk about it today because of propaganda telling us that questioning it was being closed-minded and pro-censorship.
Yeah, I couldn't disagree more. People often confuse freedom of speech with censorship, as if like criticizing something equates to supporting censorship. You know, everyone has a right to criticize what others say because they also have freedom of speech. That doesn't mean like they're primarily wanting to censor speech. I think some things should be censored though, like the obvious things, not just speech specifically. Like, now if someone uploaded a detailed tutorial on how to make a pipe bomb, I think very obvious that should be censored. As for GTA 3, it came out well before I was born, so I'm not really familiar with the impact on society it had at the time. I know it was delayed and altered because of 9/11. That was one thing, but that game really opened a lot of new possibilities for gaming. It basically pushed the boundaries for what was allowed, and I think that impacted a lot of gaming today. I feel like the real propaganda was probably the media around that time, trying to link video games, saying that it was like the main sole cause of violence, but I don't even know how that happened. I'm gonna get grandpa out of freaking Congress, man.
Walmart has told its employees to remove signs and displays for violent video games after recent shootings at its stores.
This guy got very angry at me for reading the definition of subhuman. To be honest, I didn't know what subhuman meant. It was probably the first time I encountered the word. My vocabulary is very limited, and you can thank the American education system for that. And it's also kind of just like because I'm I had like a vocabulary test beginning of sophomore year, and everyone at my table scored like 90s and 100s. I got a 60, even though I even studied for it.
I hate that filter you put over everything. Looks very Al.
I received a lot of complaints about the use of AI upscaling in the video. I mean, I'm discussing a game from the 2000s and like using footage uploaded over 10 years ago. So that's kind of why I use AI upscaling. So unless I'm covering like an old game again and using other people's footage again, I guess I'll use AI upscaling for that, but I don't really plan on doing that, so you're probably not gonna see it in the future.
They got physical copy? You should get your hand in one, brah.
I have no idea if it's even possible to get a copy of Ethnic Cleansing just because of how old and obscure it is. I might just make like a custom copy for fun. I usually make custom CDs in my spare time. They're usually just like unreleased Kanye albums, and I can do like a full rant on unreleased Kanye. Hold up. So Kanye has like over probably like 10 unreleased albums, 15, 16, 17, 18. He has 18 unreleased albums, but they usually always get reworked. Thank God for Drugs ended up becoming Yeezus. That Job ended up becoming My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. So Help Me God turned into Swish. Swish turned into Waves. Waves turned into Life of Pablo. Good Job did end up getting resurrected in 2018, but again, never released. I think Good Job is probably the most underrated unreleased Kanye album. And most songs that Kanye did release in at least some form, like some of them were worse than the unreleased. So he gave this song called Eyes Closed to Snoop Dogg.
Came with a few toys like a Happy Meal. This game you can never win. Cause they love you, then they hate you, then they love you again. Get away from me misery, get away from me loneliness, get away from me fake. I can't take the phone.
So the instrumental is like heavily changed. Oh my god, and his lyrics sound so offbeat. And because he gave it to Snoop Dogg, Kanye originally had 2 verses. When Snoop Dogg got it, Snoop Dogg wrote 2 verses for it. So Kanye could only use 1 verse, so 1 verse is completely cut. But there's a whole community of people who make Kanye edits of these old songs, and like basically just for like a snippet, they try to recreate the whole song. So basically the old instrumental, this was a snippet, and some creators remade the whole song from that. This is one of the guys, I think this is probably the favorite guy who does this type of stuff, because he adds like whole new intros. He adds both like verses, OG beat, because it feels more like an actual song released by Kanye with like the intro and stuff.
Something about my mother. I appreciate all the support. I appreciate all the prayers. It would be in good taste to stop the music then. Yeah. I sold my soul to the devil, that's a crappy deal. If you came with a few toys like a Happy Meal, this game you could never win. Cause they love you, then they hate you, then they love you again.
That just sounds like it fits so much better than the released version. And he's got the whole second cut Kanye verse. And this is such a good verse too. You know the entities and angles, area and let's exchange angles, photos shoot in my crib, let's exchange angles. So some songs are more finished than others, and it's kind of cool to see like the creation of these songs. They even have like the released Kanye songs, you know, it always wasn't like that. So they have like old versions of even like the released Kanye songs on like official Kanye albums. So it's kind of cool because even the ones that didn't get released, Kanye would still try to work and move into his next albums and like remake to fit his albums. And one of those is Mama's Boyfriend. This is one of like the probably most notorious EA leaks. So the Billy Joel sample wouldn't get cleared, so Kanye was forced to scrap it, but he decided to rework it for My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasies. I still prefer the Billy Joel Good Job version, but this is the My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasies version.
I never liked you. One day I'd be just like you.
There's another one that's very interesting. Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise did end up getting released. Again, it was it's like Snoop Dogg due to some other dude. He was featured on it, but it sounds like dude, that's terrible.
Got another style, young Walt Disney. I'ma tell you truthfully, if you leave Mickey, you gon' end up with a goofy. I imagine that's what Cristo Carucci. Girls be acting like it's diamonds in the. I don't give a fuck, I don't give a fuck. But cops choking down in the media.
Like that's so much better, and it's also cool. This song was probably made into Yeezus. I preferred it again, the older version. I don't really like this version.
The house, my spouse got another spouse. I'm going kiss another out.
I'm not sure. He's mumbling, so that means he's okay. So it was only made for Yeezus too. Yeah, I just usually make those CDs in my spare time. Right now, kind of paused on it, but I'm in the middle of making an old Japanese album called Flying Beagle. It's on YouTube. I recommend listening to it, but there's like actual CDs of it. The only issue is like, you know, they're really rare and obscure to come by. I have like a huge collection of music, you know, CDs, cassettes. vinyl. I even got some VHS tapes. I have like a very small collection of old VHS cameras, camcorders and stuff.
This is better than any woke games.
I asked this guy to name a woke game, but he never responded, so I can't even think of one.
See, the Totenkopf Band is also just known as the Death's Head Unit, so in future you could use that instead of having a mental breakdown from saying that word.
The segment was only 3 seconds long and was meant to be comedic. I don't think I'll be using that word again in a video, but thanks, buddy.
This video has as much effort as the game. It's obvious you have some type of mental disability.
So just above this comment is a positive comment saying I put more effort into the video than the game itself, so it's almost like this guy just took a comment and twisted it into something negative. Unoriginal rage bait, 0 out of 10.
Everybody already knows about this. You're making a vid about it just 9 days ago. This is old news.
The majority of people watching didn't know about this game, and this is kind of one of the first really big deep dive videos into the game, so keep on sucking. I'm about to finish.
The creator of this video does not condemn racism in all its forms, LMAO.
I ended up messing up on the title cards. Now people think I'm racist. I had ChatGPT write them, so it's kind of on me.
You're such a softie, LOL.
I want to make this clear that I wasn't offended or angry about the game, okay? I'm white. It's not really targeting me, but you know, the game was meant to be taken as legitimate racism. As bad as it is, and as much as it looks like satire, it's not. I guess you can be upset about it, you know? And for the edgelord comments, I know they were just mostly like middle schoolers trying to be funny, but I responded to them because they're just corny and unfunny, not because I'm a softie and I was offended. You know, actual like edgy comedy is being killed off by all this cringe.
Well, you know, transgenders, man, they're taking over.
Will you cover its sequel?
I most likely will, but I don't know when. I'll need to do a lot more research than I did with the ethnic cleansing game, because this game has never been discussed or covered. Doesn't even have like any wiki pages, articles about it. So there's only one gameplay video I found on YouTube of it, and it doesn't even include the game's name. It's just called something like Genesis 3D Engine Game. I included this guy in the corny edgelord comment section of the video. He was the drag queen guy. Clear he's still rolling around being edgy and looking to meet right ethnic cleansing videos.
Have you played the game Hatred? Shooting Simulator on Steam.
I don't know if I'll cover Hatred. I've already covered Postal 2.
Now the flowers will grow.
Yeah, I'm uncertain if I'll cover any other Postal games, specifically Postal 1, because that's like the only other controversial Postal one. I'm still deciding to. I'm thinking that like all the videos that I'm like unsure about, I'll put a poll up just saying, you guys want to see this, yes or no?
4434 though, I think doing prank calls on elderly men is a bit too much. Yeah, even if they were part of the National Alliance in the past, but seriously, they could have the age of your grandpa. Most likely, they moved on from their stupid younger years. Leave the axe buried.
Sir, I can confirm that almost all of them are still doing this type of stuff.
At Dgaming_, still you don't want their intentions shifted to you because of some stupid joke. In my country, doing prank calls is enough to put you in prison for a few years and pay a fine of few thousands, even if those people were once part of an extremist group. At Dgaming_, and you want to mess around with neo-Nazis?
Sure, I don't think a 70-year obese mentally challenged neo-Nazi will do too much.
So all these guys are still doing this, you know, Hal still got his radio show and everything, and James is now a full-on Trump patriot. Only one of them is like, you know, grandpa age, that's James Kelso. He's 75. The others are just like young or middle-aged. Also, if their attentions get turned on to me, that's like fucking hilarious, bro. Old Nazi middle-aged angry men getting mad at a kid in high school for prank calling. Like, that's fucking awesome, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. I feel like if you're scared of these guys, that's kind of a huge issue, you know, because you're kind of just giving them what they want. And man, the thing about your country sucks, alright, but I don't really give two shits at all. I've got laws here. I looked at them. I didn't break any of them. So, sucks to be you, bro.
5338 Drag Queen is not about only fashion. They also go to schools and show the children how a drag queen dress and do funny shows. Funny meaning odd.
So this was mentioned a couple times in the video. So from what I knew, drag queen was simply an LGBTQ plus fashion thing. You know, there shouldn't really be an issue there. I'm aware of the children's stuff. I've never really looked into it. I've seen probably one video on it. So I feel like you can't stereotype like an entire group based on a few individuals. You know, you kind of just have to like think of individuals, not like a group of people, you know, because for all we know, the majority of drag queens, you know, might disagree with that. Inappropriate children's shows and like only a few participate in them. You know, I haven't really looked in it too deeply. These kids have no idea what's going on, bro. They're just waiting to go home and play Roblox. British person jump scare. You know, I feel like some people actually do just completely ignore that because, like, it's LGBTQ and they don't want to make people upset. So, if you're one of those people, just shut your
I'm confused. You prank called a racist guy that clearly was working with FBI. You realize that most of these made-up Klan guys are just FBI and other government organizations.
So, this guy is talking about Hal Turner. So, yeah, there are FBI agents who infiltrate extremist groups to gather information. So the story of Hal is he was originally like a white supremacist Nazi, and the FBI ended up approaching him and offering him money to be an informant. He agreed and he was working as an informant and getting paid, but the issue was that he like continued his extremist activities. And you know, you kind of do have to do that to blend in, but basically the FBI said, hey man, a little bit too much, can you tone that down and stop maybe? Hal didn't listen though, and he kept doing it, so eventually that forced the FBI to stop working with him. And even after the FBI stopped, Hal still did it. You know, he still's got his radio show on today. So I mean, clearly he was holding those beliefs, just wanted some extra cash for being a rat. I've considered making a video essay on Hal Turner because there's some interesting stuff, like how 4chan ruined his show and you know, his whole arrest and other aspects of his life. That could be kind of cool to cover. I was probably just gonna go on that poll of would you like to see this.
You should go watch Europa The Last Battle so you know what the hell you are talking about.
I think this comment's a good example of like how you can tell if the person making it is just like a middle schooler or like a legitimate edgelord. The way you know it's a legitimate edgelord is like they have knowledge of actual edgy. So this person is referring to a Nazi propaganda film, which, you know, goes beyond typical middle school internet culture, like saying, oh, base, this is base. You know, this and Along the Guy in my Discord with the Elliot Rogers stuff, it obviously shows true edgelord culture.
Made a 1 hour Algo Slop video essay about a literal nothing burger game award.
So the length of this video was a very big topic. You know, I get it, but I feel like if there were more videos on this topic, I wouldn't have done such a deep dive, you know, adding all my comedy bits and opinions and all that. But I feel like since this is one of the first videos that really have done a huge dive on it, I want to make sure I left a good impression for the audience, you know?
LOL, are we really surprised I've been pitching a 911 simulator for decades? You play as both the terrorists and jumpers. I barely understand what a JPEG is, so it won't be me making it, but damn, someone should. I'm surprised there isn't a Holocaust simulator. I hate Islam and Nazis BTW, but I hate censorship more. We're no different than Great Firewall Communist China now.
Man, I wonder why no one has picked up this great game. I feel like this guy was just trying to find someone in my comment section who wanted to pick it up. You know, I can picture this guy in like a big CEO office being like, right team, my game is 9/11 Simulator. There was some last media of a 9/11 game from another country. I think it was a Game Boy game, Game Boy Color. I don't know much about it. I know it was found. Probably won't go over it.
I don't know if that was you calling, but the dude that was prank calling was seething so much, man. The old guys managed to make him look like a moron by barely speaking, LOL.
Yeah, the two guys with the same monotone voice are probably the same person. You know, I don't see why I would use someone else's video or voice for the prank call section. So this was like my second legit prank call segment in a video. The first was my Chinese restaurant prank calls sex offenders. I kind of like those prank calls more than the Nazi prank calls because those got some really good reactions.
Huh? I suck your mama. How about that? I suck your mama.
You want to die, mother?
So if you want to look for those, like people yelling back and threatening me reactions, watch that. And I kind of agree about like the reactions being a bit strange. Brian just couldn't hear me well.
Hello?
Yeah, it's just the dog from Family Guy.
Is this who?
It's just the dog from Family Guy.
Dawson family. No.
Are you fucking deaf? The dog from Family Guy, Brian Griffin.
When Jared during my second call just sat there and listened.
Hello? 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 Dude, I can literally hear you. What the fuck are you doing? I can hear you making noises, dude. Dude, what the fuck are you doing? I can hear you, bro.
So I mean, yeah, it was odd, but I don't feel like it was terrible.
31:53. You can't be serious, bruh. Beethoven was not black, lol.
I didn't say Beethoven was black. I know some people do believe that, you know, the Twitter users. I never looked into it. You know, the source I was just using mentioned that Beethoven was like had an unknown heritage and a dark complexion. And I guess since like all we have of Beethoven are paintings, that's all you can really base his heritage off of. You know, I don't think Beethoven was black. I don't really know what his exact heritage message was. You know, that's just what my source said, so.
How did you find their phone numbers?
So when I do these prank call videos, in America, a lot of people's personal information are publicly available online in the form of records. It's not like real sensitive personal information, but still, you know, personal information, just like phone numbers, addresses, relatives. So by knowing like which websites to use and how to search and connect between the two people, look at the records details and look at the person's details and connect that's the same person. You got that all figured out. It's pretty easy to do. I use like the same stuff. If you ever get a call and somehow like a scammer knows your name or something, I usually use like the same stuff they're using. So this guy, Kanye Rant, was just actually going a bit schizo in my comment section. I seemed to struck a huge nerve. He ended up commenting much of schizo and he ended up like stalking this guy in the reply sections. Like he was going through multiple reply sections and just responding to this one guy. It was really fucking weird. Yeah, so this dude was stalking this dude, like 3 different reply sections, and he's just schizoing out.
At Embryonis where rules white supremacy is when I recognize race and am a realist. White supremacy is when I call for an ethnocentric society which benefits everyone. White supremacy is when I recognize crime rates and LQ. White supremacy is just having common sense, having a high pat-tem recognition. White supremacy is appreciating white culture and their hospitality. White supremacy is not hating white people for loving their heritage, ancestry, and themselves. White supremacy is just being at the higher end of the racial spectrum in terms of advancement and civilization. Oh, I know what white supremacy is. White supremacy is another SJW buzzword which has no real meaning and is used to hate on white people and people who like white people. Well, what do we call this in normal terms? We call people who use this rhetoric racist, and their actions are discrimination.
You know, white supremacy means believing that white people are superior to other races. You know, it's kind of in the name. You know, many white people appreciate their heritage and culture, but that doesn't make it white supremacy. So like white supremacy would more be in like punching a dude in the face because he's black. I've never seen someone saying that appreciating your heritage and culture is white supremacy. I don't know though, because I just saw a dude compare gay people to war veterans.
Me when I use white supremacy to depict a video game which is by its nature fiction. I suppose GTA is now homicidal encouragement, you dingus.
So this is just more schizo rants. First off, the purpose of ethnic cleansing is to be racist. It's meant to be racist propaganda, and GTA is a well-made game, you know, with compelling storylines, great characters, excellent game design. You know, even though it includes violent content, you really can't compare the two. I referenced a study in my Yonder Dev video about like why people play violent video games, and it's often due to like a psychological thrill and like a certain desire, you know, so that kind of begs the question, what kind of desire does someone have to enjoy a racist video game? Again, video games don't cause violence, they don't cause racism. I mean, that doesn't mean you can't criticize a poorly made game. I mean, people are allowed to criticize GTA. You can disagree with what they say, but still, you're not really making a valid point with this statement.
The Industrial Revolution and its consequences have been a disaster for the human race.
You know, this would be funny if it weren't just like a edgelord. So shut your punk white up, cracker. I had a Unabomber reference at the end of my sex offender video, and I do own his manifesto. He's kind of a super interesting guy. I'm into, you know, I guess true crime. You know, I watch a lot of Wendigoon. I find that stuff pretty interesting. Much more interesting than like the politics and stuff we have today.
Leftists tend to hate anything that has an image of being strong, good, and successful. They hate America. They hate Western civilization. They hate white males. They hate rationality. They hate memes, and they hate anything which isn't PC or doesn't conform to their social norms and morality.
You know, that's cool and all, bro, but what does that have to do with the video? You know, you don't really have to be left or right to disagree with racism. An idiot, go back to doing your homework, man.
If anybody wanted to play a racist game so badly, they could have played Moon Man instead.
I'm not sure if I'll make a video specifically on Moon Man. You know, that's another I'm considering type video. I do plan on making more controversial Doom mod videos. I'm just not sure which ones yet.
No matter how much you hate the imbecile left, it's nowhere near enough.
I got a lot of hate the left, schizo, cope comments, and I'll address more of like the left comments later on.
Not as racist as they COD lobby and CSGO lobby.
I like a few of these comments, and I don't really think they're funny. I feel like that's 2020 humor, very overused. You know, this dude went out there last in a Call of Duty lobby.
White people are amazing and always made me feel welcomed. Then my own kind was worse. I am an advocate for white people and white families. Call me an Uncle Tom, IDC. I enjoy walking down the road without worrying if Tyrone and his gooners to snipe me in the head, not having to ask a store rep to open the shelf to buy a Deo stick and prices to stay low, and 4 things to work and not have Newport or menthol spit stains everywhere.
I feel like a white person definitely wrote this. You know, how about you go to a white trash trailer park and see how welcome you feel? You know, take a timer and do a speed run on how fast you get called the N-word. Oh man, I'm in a low poverty area. Why is everything so low poverty around here? Like the link between poverty and race is very complex. So many people in these like low income areas are black, and that's kind of often due to historical and systemic reasons, like the government placing their ancestors in those areas and making it difficult for them to get out of poverty. You know, because the government doesn't seem to want to address or alleviate poverty. You know, it doesn't matter if it's among lower class or middle class. You know, I feel like, you know, you put white people in low income areas, be no different, same issue.
LOL, I'm antisocial. I eat you.
I don't know what this means, man. This is mean. I think he's trying to act cool, bro. Oh my god.
How is this extreme?
The reason it's extreme because it's not just subtle racism. It's a homemade simulator designed to kill minorities, which I'd say is pretty extreme.
Missed chance to ask those people about the game itself. Maybe some regretted it. Didn't read their descriptions though, so it...
None of the people I called were involved in making the game, and I'm betting they probably didn't even know about it. The only person who might have known about it was Al Turner, because he ran those 2 ads for the game on his radio show more than 20 years ago, so I doubt he would remember now. And the only 2 people closely associated with the National Alliance were James Kelso and Kevin Strom, but Kevin was a pedophile and didn't want to talk, and James was very elderly.
So, I mean, this game, but you do know that the commenter you picked out at 56:43 was making fun of the game and its creators. Yeah, like, did you drop the ball on your reading comprehension when editing this together? Because, bruh, that is sarcasm 101. How you failed to realize this is kinda SUSTBH. If I said to you, this video is an excellent representation of the intellectual and artistic capabilities of the left and their ilk, you'd instantly recognize that as an insult, correct? I just have to assume that the impact on your cognitive abilities from immersing yourself in neo-Nazi circles was severe, and that you only mistakenly sent people to go harass this dude on Instagram, because brain no function good when make read Nazi speak words. Consider fixing this error.
Yeah, I got a lot of these comments. I wasn't paying too much attention, like, to the comments I were making fun of, and I didn't really realize it was sarcasm at the time. I also didn't really catch it because I was struggling to understand the very complex language he was using, aka past my vocabulary limit. I ended up removing that part from the video using the YouTube editor. And by the way, the YouTube editor is to use, bro. It's trash.
30% of Generation Z do not believe the Holocaust happened. You're losing.
I looked this up and found some information, but I couldn't find like any solid statistics to verify this claim. In America, like, education about the Holocaust is required. I feel like those who deny it in America were just in special ed classes or like were homeschooled by conservative parents on meth. Also, I don't know how I'm losing. Is this a game, man?
By the way, I haven't really gotten the linkage between this weird game and prank calling Jared Taylor. I always liked him. He always was pretty moderate and open for debate.
So basically, I just went on Southern Poverty Law Center and just called everyone listed there, and the few who answered ended up in the video. You know, I was lucky to get Hal on the line. He had those commercials on the show. Also, James and Kevin being part of the National Alliance at one point. So overall, I was just kind of lucky.
Thanks for informing us about this. I'm going to go download it now. The left can't mirror. The left can't avoid the Streisand effect. You quees do a better job at spreading racism and ignorance than any right-winger ever could. Well done.
The left can't meme and the right can't make a fucking video game, man. So I think it's a good time to say this. It's not obvious I'm in high school. I don't really have a political party I'm part of. I hate both political parties. I hate the division. You know, when George Washington stepped down from being president, he literally said, don't make political parties because it will divide the country. And they immediately made them once he left. I don't like the left. I don't like the right. I don't like Biden. I don't like Trump. Our country's basically about to get ran into the ground by these 2 old men.
With the COVID, with dealing with everything we have to do with, look,
If you think this is racist, wait till you see South Park video game.
Okay, so this is what I kind of wanted to bring up, that South Park is a comedy, which means it's joking. It's meant to be funny and satirical. You know, this game is not joking. It's meant to be serious. It's meant to be racist on purpose. You know, you can't really compare those two. South Park is political satire, and this game is not meant to be satirical at all. Again, the middle school edgelord failing to realize that South Park is a comedy. You just hear something edgy and starts busting everywhere.
choke a South Park writer with a fish stick.
The irony is this 1 hour video doesn't even have half as much of racism as being 1 hour into an LTG streamed. LTG would actually love this game knowing him.
I don't actually really like Low Tier God. I only use clips of him because, you know, they're rage clips and they're funny. But he just gets upset over literally anything. It's obvious he's kind of just a lolcow. I came across this post on Instagram that he posted, and it's just these two people getting married. He's literally getting like so mad over it.
Get a straight up beta. Hairline receding and everything. I'd be crying over that. Couldn't even get a straight lineup for my wedding. I got the Michael Keaton on my wedding day, complete.
I don't know, he's just funny to laugh at because he's pathetic. I feel like what he needs to do is to stop streaming, stop grading minors.
They said she's 16? It don't matter.
And probably pays child support. It's probably the funniest Low Tier God left.
Mods, ban anybody speaking Portuguese. Let's get these jungle f***ers out of here. This is an English stream, motherfuckers. How the f*** you gonna be from Brazil and computer in a hut talking shit? Get the f*** out of here.
Sounds like a challenge.
So this was a legit 14-year-old in my comment section, and I'm glad I'm around the age of 14. So I'm allowed to clown his, you know, I called him a corny loser, and he got all freaking pick me, played the pick me card and started being like, yeah, I know I'm an edgy loser. I know I'm so pathetic. Now, like someone was gonna swoop in and be like, hey, keep your head up, king. Someone call this dude school, please, and say there's a nationwide threat. So this dude had a complete meltdown and started spamming my comment section.
This was a waste of time. Work on your shit, bro. I'd say you got potential, but channels like yours come off a conveyor belt. Don't you have any other interests besides normie videos? Maybe you'd get some viewers if you did like live fishing or some shit.
You know, if you think this video was a waste of time, then why did you watch the entire video and provide feedback like throughout? Make videos on topics that interest me and I guess interest other people, unlike fly fishing.
This is a long, skinny bobber. And what I can do is I can take this thing and go...
That kid does not want to be there. Bro's getting held hostage.
Put that fly out there just with this. All I do is flick it and it goes out.
Grandpa, you missed the UFO, man. This shit is way more interesting than fly fishing.
57:17. Why did you post this? You literally got f***ing destroyed. I would delete my channel if I got that shit as a response. Brother.
Oh, there's a part where I DM'd one guy the Low Tier God speech, and his response was a thumbs up. So apparently I got destroyed. I got owned. No, man. If you delete your channel over a guy giving you a thumbs up and a response, look curious how you would handle actual criticism.
Those weren't prank calls on the end. You were just harassing a bunch of old people cause you got to your political beliefs. Dude, you literally don't have to explain what Fight Club is. Take a second look at your notes/script and ask yourself, were my viewers born yesterday, or do they have enough mental capacity to understand the reference?
I mean, you basically said what prank calls are, and I don't really see how disliking racism means you have a political belief. Do my viewers have mental capacities to understand the reference? I don't know. You just figured out the government are bad people. Instead, if you don't like racism, you have a political belief. This is like the most ironic ever. And guess what, man? Believe it or not, how good Fight Club is, some people have never watched it, and I don't really think 10-second summary of me talking about it's gonna kill someone.
Sorry for the 50 comments, but I comment as I'm watching this, and I highly suggest you make smaller videos. You seem to be reading a script, and it comes off as you're reading a school essay you didn't want to study for. If your videos are smaller, then it'll be easier for you to memorize the script. SNDs sound less like you don't give about the subject.
I do read directly from a script. I've been doing that throughout this video. I filmed this video 3 days ago for 2 hours and realized the next morning that I forgot to record audio. It was really just me mumbling and ranting, and now I just figured out an hour ago my audio was corrupt in my new footage, so I'm redoing it once again. On top of my speech issues, kind of have an issue with thinking and speaking at the same time. Mine is kind of mush. I can do it with prank calls because, you know, I'm just messing with someone. It's kind of easy. I just curse at them and then make some comeback. I said the Low Tier God speech, you know, because that's just kind of a script. I knew a script I remembered, so I just read it. Also, we already knew you agreed with these people. Dumb. Do you think my viewers were born yesterday and don't have the mental capacity to understand this?
I really appreciate you putting yourself in several lists for the sake of research and entertainment. Thanks.
So here's a little story. You can check out the video on my second channel. I made a compilation of me and my buddy calling it a house show and basically ruining it. So basically we were getting back-to-back calls, 3 calls in a row, because Al's website was down, so it was just us calling in.
Hello, Cole, you're on the air. Who are you calling from? Come on! Okay. Hello, caller, you're on the air. Who are you? Where you calling from? Because people want to tell me to take my... Another crank. See if there's more crank callers. Hello, caller, you're on the air. Who are you? Where you calling from? Bro. Yes, it is. Hello, caller, you're on the air. Who are you? Where you calling from? And another one.
And so Hal got pretty mad about it and ended up putting me on hold. I couldn't hear anything. I could only hear music, and so I didn't realize what was happening. He wrote down my phone number.
Let me just do something here for kicks. Hello? Let me just get this. Yes. Got the phone number.
And then he called me back after the show on his office phone. I ended up missing it because I use a burner phone for my calls. You know, I'm not that but then when I saw I missed it, I felt very bad. So I called Hal's personal home phone again and left a message saying I'm sorry for not answering.
Could I possibly get a copy of the game?
I can't give it because of certain rule. Look up Rule 34 for more info.
You f***ed it up, Tard. What's he gonna look up? Just Rule 34? He's not gonna find anything. Damn, you are dumb.
So this was my first comment on the video. It was actually my buddy. I just sent it to him and he made that comment. I've been exposed on Epic Troll. I'm a fraud. Also, this is like your 100th comment, so
and I appreciate the fact that you would suck on my...
How can you be so stupid as to judge racism? It is a natural process when one organism resists the influence of another, or in the animal world, a wolf hates it when a bear enters its territory, and likewise a bear hates a wolf in its territory. Xenophobia, my little and naive friends, is a natural process, and no matter how much the progressive freaks scream about tolerance, by the way, none of you for some reason are outraged by the crimes committed by migrants in Europe, or is it the evil white racists' fault that a white girl was by an African migrant? Resentment of half-breeds, oh my god, is also natural, because the human brain is designed in such a way that it is used to seeing its own kind. Grow up already. There will never be equality in the world, because this was invented by communists for fools like you.
Okay, there's so much schizo, man. You're comparing a wolf to a bear, but if a 500-pound grizzly bear walks into your home and you blow its head off, does that mean you're racist? Humans are mammals, just like animals, I'm basically making the same argument that you made. You're using two different species, wolf and bear, two different species, human bear, two different species, human wolf. Your argument should have been like, a wolf with white fur doesn't like it when a wolf with brown fur comes in. But like, man. Also, I don't know what you're talking about with Europe. I don't really sit around and watch the news. I just kind of say what's happening here in America. And this game is in 2000, based in America. But there will never be equality in the world because it was invented by communists like me. Remember, if you say no to racism, you're a communist.
Sometimes she'll try to use a funny say no to racism, we are all human shirt that's not even.
You're stuck in the 1950s, man, on everything communism because you disagree with it. Also, why are these people with like the none of you? Like I'm part of some fucking group. Like, yeah, I'm part of the no racism group, man. Like, what are you smoking? Go back to doing meth and having sex with your sister, bro.
At Dgaming_, considering you are playing clips of Low Tire God talking about sucking, seems like you're the corny one.
Okay, number one, Low Tire God did not talk about sucking. Talking about another man sucking his. While that still is homosexual, it's used as an insult here in America. Even though Low Tire God is probably a closeted homosexual, that's still a known insult in America. I'm spreading my to you. Give me a minute. So I think this is a great comment to end the video with. My first allegation. This was obviously a joke part about him being promised he'd be I'll make him a mid-level video essay maker. I don't know, but he just ended up spamming this like a ton of times, so that basically forced me to remove it. 2022, I'll be in middle school, going into high school, so I guess we're at a birthday party. Also, great time to rant about alcohol and drugs. All the kids my age do that, and they start doing it because they want to fit in. They want to act cool and be involved with the game. And another word for that is just being a and then the kids end up getting hooked on it, right? Because it's addictive, and then they start using it not to fit in. They start using it because it makes them feel good. If you can't live life without sucking a stick because it makes you feel good, you should yourself. And if you really don't think that's like the reason people drink and smoke, you're really just fucking retarded. I don't care. I have no issue if you do it over the age of 21. You're an adult, you have a fully developed brain. I still disagree with it, but you're an adult, you can do that. There's a difference, because I'm 16, I'm around these people. People think like 16 is, I guess, when you get fully mature. I guess that's what's in adult's eyes. It's a very big difference from being 16 and being adult. If you're my age doing this, you look at bro, because this shit is mad annoying. You go into the bathroom during lunch, right? And you can't even use it because it smells like fucking chemical fruit, bro. And then you glance over and you see like 5 dudes in a stall. There's a bunch of smoke, bunch of clouds going above their head, and they're probably taking turns blowing the vape and then blowing each other. And you just basically do it so you can fit in because mommy and daddy don't give me enough attention at home. Man, I'm so scared of not fitting in. Like no one looks at beer and goes, oh yeah, blood poisoning, health issues. Okay, but I can wait till 21 and just avoid all that. Nah, I'm gonna do it right now, right? And then you open it, start drinking it, and then it tastes like fucking shit. If you think beer tastes good, like you have a mental issue. I must have spread that to you. I'm so sorry. So why do you keep drinking? Because you want group leader over here to accept you into the cuckold group, so you can slob out his knob while he does your girlfriend, and then you get hooked on for life because your life is so pathetic and depressing, and that's the only way you'll get through. Also, it's kind of funny. I own a ton and like only wear beer shirts, but I just think it's funny because I'm in high school wearing beer shirts. So that's a good note, I guess, to end off the video on. For the future of this channel, very unknown. My next video, a little worried about, a little scaredy, a little nervy. It's about Sam Hyde. From what I've seen, things going around with false copyright strikes, you know, copyright claims, rumors about like rabid fans. So I don't really know. There's been 2 videos made on the subject that I'm basically making it on. They have very, very poor reception, so like that could just be because the video's bad. So this was the most recent one, which is 2 years ago. 3, you can see dislike, like ratio, not good. Comments completely turned off. And you see this cool intro, you're like, oh shoot, again, a cool video. I wonder what's this gonna talk about.
Appeal to this certain crowd of obscure basket weaving forum weirdos.
They call themselves anonymous. They are hackers on steroids, treating the web like a real-life video game, sacking websites, invading MySpace accounts, disrupting innocent people's lives. And if you fight back, watch out. Push you and track down the hacker gangs in this 511 investigation.
So this was like the original video, also not too good. Like to dislike ratio, absolutely terrible. I can see unlisted the video. It kind of messes up. Basically, I'm kind of doing what the same thing he's doing, showing 4chan stuff. He's basically showing like 4chan text posts, being like, all right, this is 100% true evidence. Like, he made freaking, he's a Scott Pilgrim dude. This was the last ever video he posted. What Sam Hyde does to a motherfucker. Mainly kind of be doing the same thing, you know, different type of essays, mixing in my comedy, mixing in my opinion. I wanted to do another thing though. I want to do kind of like a prank thing, like a prank series type, right? But prank channels freaking suck, dude. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to do like Sasha Cohen type thing. It was this Sasha Cohen clip where he basically like has all these people, all these like really redneck people sit down in like a city council thing. He's like, all right, we're visiting the world's biggest synagogue here. Yeah, he starts laughing. They're all like, dude, we're gonna kill you, bro. They're like, we don't want that here. We don't want them people here. We're gonna shoot you. We're gonna kill you.
I'm here to tell you that Kingman has been chosen as the location of a brand new state-of-the-art mosque.
What? State-of-the-art what? We don't want that shit here.
You bring a Muslim, we might have problems. We probably will have problems.
You know, I kind of want to do something like that. You know, go to like a really redneck place, bring a bunch of liberals. You know, have a petition being like, build the world's biggest synagogue here. You know, other thing was like another prank was like something to do with like, you know, Little League parents. Have y'all ever seen Little League parents? If you ever gone to a Little League game, you know what I'm talking about, bro. Like, watch this. Bro, my sister still does it, but she used to do soccer, and the parents are actually insane, bro. It's the parents, right? Yeah, this happened at one of my sister's soccer games. There's like a 70-year-old man. He started fighting this random dude in the crowd during the soccer game. They both got thrown out. This is literally how all of them are like all the parents, bro. So they just be funny, like one of them getting riled up, you just go up to them and be like, hey man, calm down, please. You know, get them riled up even more. Yeah, and they treat their kids like bro. This one time at my sister's soccer game, this kid's like missed the goal, bro. The girl missed the goal, and her dad took her out the game and just started cursing her out, dude. And she went back in crying. They're actually insane, bro. It ain't that serious. Get a real job, man. Yeah, but that's the future for this channel. I'll be posting more polls for you to vote on which video next, all that type of stuff. Yeah, that's really it.
It would be in good taste to stop the music then. I know. It might be too. And I can see it